Hello everybody, so this is your weekly card reading for the 24th through to the 30th of April. I hope you're all okay, that you've all had a good week and are getting along with things nicely. As always, I've taken us 3 cards from the deck for the upcoming weeks. Let's see what we've got. For today, which is Friday through until Sunday, we have the Ten of Fire card. The Fire card is all about you have too much work on and you feel very stressed, you feel very overwhelmed, you feel very like you can't cope, you know? And you almost don't want to ask for help with it or admit that you're struggling because you think it makes you weak, or people will think less of you, people will think you can't cope with what you're doing. So you keep pushing on and rolling that stone up the hill, even though inside you're crying, screaming, wanting to run away. And every day the alarm clock goes off, and every day you just want to put your head into the covers and make the world go away. Sadly, when we have a lot of work on, and it happens to all of us at some point, none of us are immune from this, the best thing you can do is the one thing you don't want to do, and that is ask for help. You know, nobody said you had to be Superman or Superwoman. You haven't got an S on your chest and a cape on your back. If you've taken too much on and now you realise you can't cope, well, we can't change that fact. You know, it is what it is. You have responsibilities and commitments to meet. You know, you have deadlines and people are relying on you. Then you have to get on with it. What you can change, what is in your control, is how you do that. And the number one is to ask for help and to actually accept that help when it comes. You know, it's no good admitting it, but when people actually come to help you, you bat it away again, going, no, it's fine, don't worry, I can cope. Delegation, so again, you know, dishing tasks out, especially the ones you don't want to do. I mean, if you're at work and you've got household chores to do as well on top of that, then dish them out. Other people who you live with, other people can help you, your friends, your family. You know, if there's stuff that you know is getting in the way of you doing the work that you have to do, then dish it out, let other people help you. And prioritise, you know, whatever the work is that you feel snowed under with. You know, you do the important tasks first. Don't try and do everything all at once and do bits of things. Because there was a famous quote, I forget now who said it, typical. And somebody said, those who multitask just means that all the jobs don't get done properly. People do bits of things, but don't give something their full attention. So it's better to choose one task at a time and to do it properly and to do it, get your full attention and then move on to the next one, rather than do bits and bobs here and there and then you still feel really stressed and you can't get anything done. So yeah, you feel quite out of balance at the moment, and it's starting to affect your health. You know, it's starting to affect your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. You feel like you can't sleep, you feel very stressed all the time, anxious. So this really needs to be nipped in the bud sooner rather than later. You know, it's only going to get worse if you leave it and just, you know, hope that it'll get better, hope that things will sort themselves out. You need to be proactive. You need to take control and take the reins of the situation and go, this isn't working, what can I do to make it better? And by doing that, by having that maturity, by having that responsibility for yourself, you will find that things start to go a lot easier, which will be good. Monday and Tuesday, we have the Two of Earth card, which is strange because basically part of this card reiterates everything I've just said, because part of this card is too much going on at once. You have too much on your plate. So these lessons that I've just been speaking about are going into next week as well. It's not just the weekend. You will find that they will drip over into Monday and Tuesday as well. So this is going to take a while for you to kind of get a grip on and make sure that you're happy with it in every sense. It's not going to be something you can sort out in 5 minutes. This is something that's going to take some time for you to sort out so that you can feel calmer and more in control. But it is worth doing, you know. The time that you spent sorting things out, the time that you spend delegating and asking and talking to people is time well spent. It's not time wasted. Because by doing that, by giving yourself that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is, it means that you'll save time in the long run and things will go easier for you. So it's not time wasted. You know, don't think, oh, it doesn't matter. I haven't got time to talk to people. I haven't got time to sort things out. You need to sort this out. It's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse the longer you leave it. Okay? The other thing about this card, the Two of Earth, is there's a decision that needs to be made. And the cards are saying to you that be careful that you don't behave like an ostrich. Be careful that you don't bury your head in the sand and hope it all goes away because you're worried what other people will think or how people will react or what they'll say. You know, you can't control how somebody else feels about you or how somebody else feels about the things that you do and the things that you say. You are not in charge of anybody else's happiness apart from your own. You know, a lot of people spend an awful lot of time worrying about how other people think, what the things that they do, the things that they'll say. You know, they worry about wanting to make other people happy. And while their intentions are good, certainly, what that means is that you're actually taking time away from making yourself happy and worrying about yourself. If a decision needs to be made and you're worried that other people won't take it well, you're worried about what other people will think of you or what other people will say to you, well, the decision's not going to go away. Like I said, it needs to be made. And the longer you put it off, the more it's going to stress you out. And as we've seen, you've got enough on your plate at the moment with stress without adding to the situation. And the other thing that you remember is that people will get over it. You know, if people get upset or angry, they won't be upset and angry forever. You know, most people we deal with are grown-ups and they will get over it once they've had time to think about it and calm down. So if it's initially uncomfortable, know that it's only temporary and things will get better. The fact that you've made a decision which is good for you and you are happier is the main thing, the main focus for you. Finally, Wednesday and Thursday, we have a major card, which is the Emperor, which again fits in really, really nicely with the two cards that we've had previously. Because the Emperor is all about taking control and taking responsibility for yourself. You're not doing this in an aggressive, domineering kind of way. You're doing it in a very mature way. So you are using structure, order and logic are your key words. And I do feel this has a real bearing on the cards that we've had beforehand. The cards about having too much on, feeling very stressed, you know, you feel overworked, you can't cope. And so it's almost like a build-up of emotion, a build-up of stress, and suddenly it's like, enough is enough, I can't do this anymore. And so you do then take that time, you do then use the key principles of structure, order and logic to make things better for yourself and to find a way to cope and make things easier. And although it may seem like initially on first glance it's a card that may seem a bit boring and a bit beige, do you know what I mean? It's not something that's wonderful and magical and creative and colourful. It's something that's very grown up and a bit boring, but actually, you know, in life there can't all be sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes we do have to be responsible and mature and, you know, get on with things. And using these skills that we've spoken about will make things easier for you in the long run. And that's what's important, you know. Your own health, your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health, those are the key things for you to look after. And anything that you can do to make that better, to make that run better for you, can only be a good thing. So if you need to be mature and grown up and sensible for a change, it's not a bad thing. And you can still embrace the other side of you as well. You know? You can still embrace your childlike side and your fun side and your play side as well. It hasn't all got to be sensible. But when it comes to matters of having too much on and being stressed and it affecting your health, and if you need to be responsible, then that's what you need to do. And ultimately, things will go a lot better for you. So I hope all that makes sense. I hope you've taken what I've said on board and you'll realise that if things are difficult this week, there is a way of dealing with them. There is a way of coping. If you need any more advice or help with anything, please let me know. I'm on Facebook under Katie Dharma Golby, or I'm at my website, which is psychicmama.co.uk. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you don't get too stressed. I send you lots of love and light. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.